Hey all, my name's Angelica Rubio, State Representative for District 35, representing the City of Las Cruces, and this is a brief update. I wanted to talk to you all about something that happened today, and what it means for us, especially for those of you who are raising kids, trying to survive in small towns, or just holding it together in this country that keeps unraveling. Something happened today. Yes, I feel like every day something's happening. So, yeah. Today, the Supreme Court ruled that the president can fire the Secretary of Education and tear down the entire Department of Education without Congress. Based on some of the stuff that I've read, they didn't give like this huge reason. They just pretty much said that he can do that. Any president can do that. So whether it's Trump or any other president who comes in the future, they could just come in and just start dismantling the Department of Education and everything else, just like that. Some of us might be asking, what even is the Department of Education? Why should I care about that? If you're not sure, that's fine. It's not your fault. It's by design. We're not supposed to know a lot of these things. They want us to believe that a lot of these decisions are made too far away, that these issues are way too complicated and too big to understand. So let me just tell you what this decision today from the Supreme Court means for us here in Las Cruces and in New Mexico. What it all means here in real life. For one, it means that there are fewer people making sure that students with disabilities are getting what they need. It means no one checking on schools when they push queer kids out, especially right now with trans kids. Nobody's will be able to check on them to make sure that the schools are treating them right. It means no oversight for rural kids. Rural communities, rural schools already don't have enough, and so the lack of oversight for the needs of a lot of these students in a lot of these rural areas will be impacted. It also means that things like school lunch programs, student loans, civil rights, protection, all of it is on the chopping block. And this is why I just wanted to come on here and say these things, because this is why this issue is important to me. I grew up in a very rural town here in New Mexico, in a small town called Lake Arthur. My school wasn't perfect, but it gave me everything that I ever needed when I was growing up. Not because it was fancy or well funded, because it wasn't, but because the people in the school cared. They cared about me. Because someone at some point during the time that I was growing up made the decision that they were just going to come in and show up and fight for it. And that's what kept me going. That's what shaped me. And I'm sure that for those of you who attended public schools, you probably didn't have the most ideal situation, because obviously growing up is hard, but there was always someone in your public school who helped you get through it. And today, having heard about this decision in the last hour or so, I've been thinking about what happens when that structure, the one that's barely holding it all together, our schools, gets pulled from under us. I've been thinking about the parents who are already stretched too thin. I think about the teachers who are burnt out. I'm thinking about the towns where Lake Arthur, it's the only thing that's left in this town is the school. So the decision by the Supreme Court today, it's not abstract. It's basically a green light to gut anything that's left from our public education. But here is the part that I want us to hold real closely today and moving forward. We have never had the luxury of being rescued. Not in our communities, not in rural places, not if you're poor or you're brown or raising kids paycheck to paycheck. So let's not wait around for somebody from Washington to come and fix it. Let's stop pretending that voting every 4 years is the only thing that matters. Let's show up here now. That means going to your local school board meetings. It means asking your kids' teacher what they need. It means finding out if your neighborhood school, like say if you don't have kids, but that you look into your neighborhood school and find out, like, do they have clean water? Do they have AC? Is there enough support staff? It means reminding your community that we're the only ones we've ever had. And I know that isn't in itself going to fix everything, but I'm saying that the people trying to tear this down, they're counting on us to be too tired, too scared, too isolated to do anything. So let's prove them wrong. Let's be the reason that a kid gets a hot meal. Let's be the reason that a queer student, a trans student, feels safe. Let's be the reason that a rural school stays open. There's so much being dismantled at this moment that it is really up to us to create something new, something rooted in care, in truth, and in each other. Because what's been done to generations of our kids, that's not something that we can nor should accept or reform. That's something we fucking bury, y'all. And we gotta grow something from this. We have to.